Hi friends, in this video we have to learn the constructor in Java and types of a constructor. So here you can see a constructor is a block of codes similar to method. It is called when an instance of a class is created. At the time of a calling constructor, memory for the object is allocated to the memory. It is a special type of a method which is used to initialize the object every time an object is created using the new keyword. At least one constructor is called. Whenever you use new keyword, then one constructor is called. It calls a default constructor if there is a no constructor available in the class. In such case, Java compiler provides a default constructor by default. Rules for creating a Java constructor. There are two rules defined for the Java constructor. Constructor name must be same as its class name. Constructor must have no explicit return type. A Java constructor cannot be abstract, static, final and synchronized. But note, we can access or use access modifier while declaring a constructor. It controls the object creation. In other words, we can use private, protected, public and default constructor in Java. Private, protected, public and default constructor in Java. Types of a constructor. There are two types of constructor in Java. Default constructor, that is a no argument constructor, and second is a parameterized constructor. Note, it is called constructor because it constructs the value of the time of object creation. It is not necessary to write a constructor for a class. It is because the Java compiler creates a default constructor if your class doesn't have any constructor. Here you can see the syntax. Java default constructor. A constructor is called a default constructor when it does not have any parameters. Here you can see just like a class name, whatever class name, and braces and curly braces. Just this is type of constructor. So here you can see the example of a default constructor. In this example, we are creating a no argument constructor in the class. It will invoke the at the time of object creation. So here you can see I have taken one class, that is a constructor demo, and inside the class just I define the public constructor demo and parenthesis, curly brackets, and I give one statement system.out.println. In that I pass one string, that is a developer corners, that is my YouTube channel name. And in main method, here we have created the object of a class, and using a new method we are creating the constructor, and just you can see the output, that is a developer corners. So constructor here is called by default automatically when we create the object of any class. Rule: if there is a no constructor in class, compiler automatically creates a default constructor. So this is a default constructor or no argument constructor. Here you can see there is a no argument, just constructor demo. Now you can see the parameterized constructor. A constructor which has a specific number of parameters is called a parameterized constructor. Why use parameterized constructor? The parameterized constructor is used to provide a different value to distinct objects. However, you can provide the same values also. Here you can see the example of a parameterized constructor. In this example, we have created a constructor class that have two parameters. We can have any number of parameters in this in the constructor. So here you can see public class parameterized constructor, that is a class name. In curly braces I have given declared a int id and string name, that is the variable, that is a global, and inside I have taken one constructor, parameterized constructor, and pass the int I and int n, that is two variable, and we assign this value to the our current class objects, that is a variable int id equals to I and name equals to n. And I have taken one method void display. In that system.out.println I have printed id and name, and inside the main method just we created the object of a class and new parameter constructor, and we passing the value, that is we pass in a constructor, that is int is I passing 1, and string n is a Gautam, that is the my name, and just p dot display, and that display will method will call, and output here is a one Gautam. So this is a default, this is a parameterized constructor. You can pass the any number of a parameter. Here I have passed 2, so you can pass 3 also. And when we create the object, they need to pass here, that it will return to the display method and it will call display method. So that's all about the constructor, types of a constructor, default constructor and parameterized constructor. So thank you for watching this video.